It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on transfer news video all about Arsenal stuff. Today we have lots and lots of news as well, because I think since you know that tomorrow 5 in the evening, we all know that the transfer market window will definitely shut down only for the English Premier League, and most importantly, Arsenal are hurried into the market for a central defender because Laurent Koscielny has officially left for Bordeaux. And make no mistake, I think we have lots of spicy news today. Great news about Alex Iwobi. And did you know that Arsenal are in for a centre back named David Luiz? Oh my god! I mean, this is really great to see what many Arsenal players and ex-Arsenal players have spoken about Laurent Koscielny's departure and more. So keep watching the video till the end, and make no mistake, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever I post a video on YouTube. And make no mistake, this channel provides you daily stuff about Arsenal. So even though the transfer market closes down, we won't. We will make sure that we come up with some amount of content daily for my subscribers. And make no mistake, thank you so much. There's a subscriber named Stephen who actually said that he loves my content. Thank you so much, my friend. And make no mistake, I think lots and lots of things are coming up. And finally, we bid adieu to the last member of the 2012-2013 squad, Carl Jenkinson. Great memories, I think, we had with him. I hope he does well. All the best for the future. But everything addressed today. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the channel. Make no mistake, this channel is the official exclusive channel in the YouTube that I have built, so that it becomes a platform for me to connect with all the Arsenal fans in the world. Whichever part of the world you are in, and if you're an Arsenal fan, this channel will definitely would want to know what are your comments on Arsenal in terms of transfer window. And if not, even if the transfer window closes down, what do you believe about the Arsenal player investments, and most importantly, the coach, the manager, the management, Raul Sanyehi, well, Edu Gaspar? You can put it in the comments, and make no mistake, I'll try to reply all of them if possible, and I'll try my best so that I give my opinion. But the biggest reason why this channel was opened is because I want to know what other Gooners feel about Arsenal. So if you're an Arsenal fan who don't support Arsenal openly, this is the right time to come up, because I think the old era with the sale of Jenkinson is over. So let's talk about the new era, the Unai Emery era, the Emery ball that we all are speaking about. So as that is being quite prioritized by me, so please leave a certain amount of comments that you believe about Arsenal. So what are we waiting for? Let's go on with the video.
Comes to Silvino! Well, that is absolutely astonishing.
Carl Jenkinson has finally departed for £2 million, and he will be joining Nottingham Forest. And he has actually spoken a lot. He believes that he was, I think, he supports Arsenal. He's one of us, yeah, Arsenal fans who got the dream to, play for that badge, play for the jersey. That's what happened. And Carl Jenkinson, I know, he was a part of the golden era. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Wilshere, Ramsey. I think he was a part of that England generation as well. But he did not shine well. And most importantly, I think he seeked this opportunity to get first team action. He wants to rekindle his career back to ground running, and he wants more and more, from this game of football. And he also mentions that when he hangs up his boots, you would find him at a stand waving for his favorite club, and that is Arsenal. I mean, that is superb. Thank you so much, Carl Jenkinson. I know you've scored just one goal for us, and make no mistake, I think we could not give you much of opportunities, but you would definitely be still considered as part of us always in our hearts. So Carl Jenkinson, Jenko, all the best wherever you go, and make us proud. That's all I can say right now. Well, let's go on with the next news. The biggest news of the day. I'm actually, there are many bigger news today. The first that I want to break is Wayne Rooney has left DC United and is about to join Derby County as a player come coach. Well, that would happen in January, and make no mistake, DC United are looking for a replacement, and guess who they believe that they should replace Rooney with? Mesut Ozil. Yes, DC United believe that they should, replace Wayne Rooney with Mesut Ozil, but the biggest problem is that Wayne Rooney was earning 85k a week wages, and the terrible wages that Mesut Ozil earns, that is 350k a week, is definitely a stumbling block not only for DC United but to every other club in the world. Nonetheless, I think the representatives of Mesut Ozil and DC United are in the talks, and it is very much clear. It was actually in the last season itself that Unai Emery was not finding Mesut Ozil in the plans, but make no mistake, he got Danny Ceballos out of a loan. So I still believe Mesut Ozil has some place in this Unai Emery plans, but I also believe that I think he'll get very less amount of game time in this season as well, lesser than the last season. That's what I believe. Well, let's go on with the next news. Well, Arsenal are back in for Samuel Umtiti. They want a loan move from Barcelona because I think William Saliba is definitely going to come in next season. Socrates is going to leave next season, and since the shock, Laurent Koscielny moving away to Bordeaux, well, it is very much clear that Arsenal want a centre back, and they just have less than a day to acquire it. Well, they want Samuel Umtiti on loan, but the Barcelona stance in this is that the Barcelona chief stance is that I think Umtiti recently signed a contract and he has 4 years left in his contract. So Barcelona are not obligated to sell, and nor is the player wanting to move away from Barcelona, because Clement Longley and Samuel Umtiti are very much into the plans of Ernesto Valverde. But it is very much clear that Arsenal want Umtiti deal, but I don't think so it would happen. But here's the main part that Arsenal are looking for in the centre back, is that they just want to make sure that this whole season, they need something strong from the centre back region to make sure that they get that top 4, because I think complacency hit us last season, and this season I just want success to hit us. That's it. Well, let's go on with the next news. Everton has made a surprise bid for Alex Iwobi. Imagine, Everton have bid 25 million pounds plus 5 million on add-ons, that is 30 million pounds for Alex Iwobi, and Arsenal have rejected that offer. I mean, imagine. And the biggest reason why Arsenal have done that, because Unai Emery believes that Alex Iwobi is in his plans, in first team plans. So Alex Iwobi, he does not want to leave. Alex Iwobi would agree the deal if I think it is agreed by Arsenal in terms of the fees. But it is also suggested that if a bid at Everton, they want a winger. Everton want a winger. They went for Wilfred Zaha. They bid 60 million. That's the maximum that they went for. But I think we all know the valuation that Crystal Palace is sticking with, and we all disagree with that as well. But unanimously, we don't have a choice. We got Pepe, and Everton want a winger as well. So imagine, from Wilfred Zaha, your desperation took you to Alex Iwobi. Come on. And Arsenal would accept an offer above 40 million plus. So if that happens, I think that would be a very good deal. But I think you got Reece Nelson, you got Nicolas Pepe. If you have another one in that position, then that's really good. But we all know what Alex Iwobi, I think 149 appearances, has only 15 to 16 goals to show for, is not a very good, exciting prospect. I think he's been mediocre. But I would still not believe that bullet shot in the Europa League final last season. So let's see what happens. I'm not expecting Alex Iwobi to leave, but I'm really shocked with the levels that Everton are keeping in terms of signing a player, in terms of desperation is concerned. I mean, obviously there's a January transfer window, and I don't think so. Everton have done quite a good business in this transfer market, but it doesn't seem that Everton is definitely going to get relegated or so. And if they're trying for a top 6 finish, then I think somebody from the top six should definitely play worse in this season so that they take their spot. But I think other than that, I don't see anything different happening. Well, let's go on with the next news. Laurent Koscielny has posted in his social media account. In this, he clarifies his statements. He suggests that it has been from months that the club knows that he wants to leave, and it is not something which has come up all of a sudden. And he requires a different challenge somewhere else than playing in the Premier League. So he did not wait for one more season. He just forced a move in a very different way where the club was working for you to help you leave. Well, that's really, really pathetic. And to all the explanations, Ian Wright has actually has reacted to it. He has mentioned to Lolo that this hurts. This level, the level of disrespect, you should have been ashamed of the way you left. You've been staying with us for 9 years and you should be ashamed of the fact that the way you left was quite shameful. Well, you've got what you wanted and still you're trying to have a dig. And most importantly, hope it's worth in the long run, hope it's worth your deal. And if you guys have seen how Bordeaux have actually unveiled him, it's the worst way to unveil a player. It's the worst. I thought the way I think Villarreal. I think I was laughing when Villarreal unveiled Santi Cazorla because it was really some sort of magic. But it was Santi Cazorla, and we all love Santi Cazorla. Yeah, we don't say that. Oh my God, what bullshit is that? I laughed at it the way they did it, and he proved to be a boon, and he helped his side not get relegated last season. And look at Koscielny. I mean, he is changing Arsenal's last Puma kit. He's removing that, and below you find a Bordeaux jersey. I mean, who does that? That really shows what Bordeaux are. I don't think so. They have a very good budget. I'm not going to make fun of Bordeaux more on this because that is the most cheapest and the worst way to unveil a player. But nonetheless, I just hope Laurent Koscielny gets what he wants because he's served as well. And in my last video, that was yesterday, I have already mentioned that he deserves the level of respect for the fact that he was there with us. So I don't think so. He deserves our booze. He does not deserve our booze. So I think it's quite disrespectful, and we'll be speaking about it for years to come. But it was his choice, and we can't stop a player who wants to leave. So that happened, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has actually also made his reaction for Laurent Koscielny leaving. He mentioned in his Instagram with an image with Koscielny. He has actually mentioned that proud to have been played with you, Laurent Koscielny. Respect. That's what he said. I think that's exactly what I believe as well. So I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, being at his diplomatic best. That's what Aubameyang is for you. But we all love Aubameyang, don't we? Well, let's go on with the next news. Kieran Tierney update. Well, Neil Lennon believes that Kieran Tierney can come back to action. His pubic issues and the double hernia that had happened, he has quite recovered from it. And the biggest problem is that due to his injuries, I think he would just miss a 1 week action, and we would expect Kieran Tierney to come back to action in 1 week itself. So I think that clarifies his stance on Kieran Tierney's injury. Also, he has mentioned that Arsenal are definitely going to come back with another offer, and they are ready for it. They are lining up his replacements because they have time, but we don't. So I think I am expecting a Kieran Tierney deal, if not right now, otherwise in the next, I think in the winter transfer window, I believe that Kieran Tierney is definitely bound to Arsenal. But I hope if we can get a deal over the line by tomorrow, it will be great. But otherwise, I don't think so. We have lined up anyone else. We're just thinking about a centre back, and we are getting a headache. I don't think so. We are having a good, a database in terms of a fullback is concerned. So I think Arsenal will take Kieran Tierney on his face value. Well, let's go on with the next news. It is believed, one of the biggest news of the day again, Daniel Rugani has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. That is 4 million a year would be his salary, and everything has been agreed upon. It is about Juventus. Juventus definitely want to sell the defender, and I think Arsenal want him on a 1 year loan with an obligation to buy for 40 million pounds. Yes, 40 million pounds is the amount that Arsenal should pay for Daniel Rugani. But Arsenal would want to see how this defender thing turns up. They have offered Daniel Rugani for a 1 year loan with an obligation to buy, and I think this is really, really, I think it's good. But make no mistake, Arsenal are in. They know that they have lost a centre back. They will definitely have a centre back by tomorrow. Who will it be? We don't know. But I think it's really, tomorrow's day will be a very big day for us. I don't know what will be the aftermath, but I hope we get a centre back and a full back. Well, let's go on with the next news. Felipe Coutinho to Arsenal just does not cool off, does it? Well, Felipe Coutinho to Arsenal, I think about all the, I think David Ornstein, yeah. I've also seen about the comments um, coming from other sources as well, that they have mentioned that Felipe Coutinho is offered to many clubs. Many people are wanting a loan deal sanctioned for him, but Arsenal are not into the market for Felipe Coutinho. Their interest is in a centre back. Their whole and sole interest is on a centre back. So they do not, and they are definitely not, are looking for somebody like Felipe Coutinho in the market. But we all know what Barcelona feel about him. Yeah, they can speak whatever they want because their transfer window is really wide open, and they have more days to come. But still, they have more and more preseason games left as well. So we know that. But most importantly, our game starts this Sunday, and we have got up until tomorrow 5 p.m. So let's see if we can get a deal over the line or not. But I believe Felipe Coutinho is an unnecessary buy. Just make sure that you get Kieran Tierney. I think otherwise everything else is unnecessary for now, except for the fact that we are in a position to get another centre back. Well, let's go on with the next news. Arsenal are linked with David Luiz. David Luiz. Yes, Arsenal are in the market to get David Luiz, but the problem is that David Luiz is an important member of Frank Lampard's system, the way he would run Chelsea, David Luiz, and obviously we all know about the transfer ban of Chelsea. So I think Chelsea will not want to lose David Luiz. I think this information is really bullshit, bogus, because nobody would want to sell off a good defender to your rival. I mean, what sort of business would that be? Um, this is really, I think this news is bogus. But let's go on with the next news. Arsenal have been told by Red Bull Leipzig that if they want Dio Upamecano, they have to pay £92 million upfront. Pay and take your player, otherwise buy someone else. Well, that's really, I think, come and get me, please. They are telling, come and get your player if you want. Pay the money, pay the release clause, get your player. The biggest reason why Arsenal are behind Dio Upamecano, because he is a left-footed centre back. I mean, and he's good with pace, tricky, very solid in his defense. That is always there. But I think he does not have good amount of. He did not even score anything for RB Leipzig. But he defensively is quite solid. And I think as a long-term aspect, he's 20 years of age. He could be a great long-term prospect for your club. So that's the reason why Julian Nagelsmann believes a lot in him. And not only that, I think he would pair up well with William Saliba as well next season. And I hope Dio Upamecano is the reason why Arsenal. Well, obviously Arsenal are in the market to get some player for the long-term benefits, because they are building a squad here. They are building how should I say this? They are building a good foundation for a very successful club in the future. So you need to have your defenders well, because if you got your defense sorted, you can definitely then challenge for titles. That is defense wins you titles. Offense does not win you titles; it wins you matches. So those point being put forward through Dio Upamecano to Arsenal becomes more and more tiresome and hectic because of the amount of money. And as I mentioned yesterday, Emil Smith-Rowe. Well, Emil Smith-Rowe could be a part of that exchange towards RB Leipzig, because I think he spent last 6 months on loan. He got injured at RB Leipzig itself. But I think Arsenal are rating Emil Smith-Rowe for 25 million euros, 25 million pounds. But most importantly, either a permanent, if it's a permanent deal, Arsenal would lose a very important academy star. And though 25 million would be less in terms of the total amount that 92 million is being quoted to Arsenal, minus that the amount Arsenal should be paying. But even if Emil Smith-Rowe goes on loan, even if a loan deal happens, I think Arsenal would have to pay the whole amount. So this is a big dilemma that Raul Sanyehi has to solve, but he has very less amount of time to do it. Well, that is always there. Well, let's go on with the next news. Talking about Dayot Upamecano, Emil Smith Rowe has done something like this in his social media. Yeah, I mean, you have to throw all the dices and like some new player which is being linked with you so that you get more and more speculations. Well, more about the images. Socrates, after the game against Barcelona, posted this. Well, that's what exactly would happen to Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, you're coming to a bigger club, you'll definitely be pushed around. Such is the image of Barcelona that they have more haters as well. So I think he would definitely had faced some heat from Socrates, hasn't he? Well, let's talk about. Let's talk about. We have just one day, and as fans, we would want what? A centre back, a full back. Felipe Coutinho, everyone would be dancing to the tunes, but everyone would also be crying for the fact that we are not getting a centre back. I think get a centre back, which is very difficult to get because obviously RB Leipzig will not loan out their prized possession. They will not do that. I believe Daniel Rugani looks really possible thing to happen for Arsenal. If that is being like, I think just how Mesut Ozil got over the line, the deal for Mesut Ozil got over the line at the last moment. If this happens, we'll be all happy. Well, one more news of the day. Mohamed El-Neni has been eyed by Galatasaray. Galatasaray want a loan deal for Mohamed El-Neni. And at some point of time, if that person leaves, I think it will be really a proud moment for all of us because I think it's been too long to have so much deadwood, so much average players in the squad that from 3 years we are getting Europa League. We are getting average results because of average players. So if you believe that Arsenal still have average players in their squad, mention it in the comments. You can always comment about this or that player. I'll provide you my views on it. One-on-one conversations is always healthy because I want to know what all Arsenal fans are thinking. So these were the transfer news of the day. I hope you liked it. I hope you loved it. You had enjoyed. And also you can also comment about your favorite Koscielny moment. Yeah. Of last season, my favorite Koscielny moment is the goal that he scored from his shoulders against Chelsea. The match we won 2-0. It was really great, and also we lost Hector Bellerin in that game due to injury for the rest of the season. It was really sad as well. But nonetheless, I think I have many more memories from Laurent Koscielny. But in my recent memories, this is this one stands tall right up there. Well, these were the transfer news of the day. I hope you liked it. I hope you loved it. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever I post a video on YouTube. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you can't miss to subscribe this channel. Well, congratulations to all of us because our family has now become 950 subscribers worth. Claps if you can because I will definitely be clapping on this because this is a huge achievement. We are just 50 subscribers away from our main target, that is 1,000 subscribers. If we reach 1,000 subscribers, obviously it would mean just a number, but to me it will be a bigger number in terms of the family that we have been, the community that we are trying to build. So if we can and if we could, please make sure that you add to that number. And I think if we can, I think we can push for 1,000 before the end of this month, or probably as soon as possible, as you guys would believe to make it happen. Well, I hope you loved this video. It was quite informative. I believe you have enjoyed about it. I'll see you tomorrow in my next video, and tomorrow we'll have some good news. I believe Arsenal definitely would get at least one deal over the line. So let's hope. Fingers crossed. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.